What is going on? I'm back with your monthly vid letter. Just a little bit past where I expected to be in terms of the beginning of the month. But it is August. Today's August 7th while I'm recording. And I got some stuff to celebrate from July because it was a pretty damn awesome July, and there's some exciting things. If anything, they're exciting to me. So hopefully we can share in that excitement. So I'm gonna kick it off with announcements. First announcement, it's actually happening this Friday, August 11th at 10 a.m. Central. We're going to be hosting an online workshop on boundaries. It's going to be sponsored by Becoming the Promise You Are Intended to Be. If you haven't signed up already, I know about 35 of you already have signed up. Thank you for that. Invite your friends and get them signed up because it's going to be exclusive in that only people that sign up for the event are going to get the link to be able to participate in that experience. And it's there's going to be some artsy stuff going on, so some colors, markers, pencils, paper. There are going to be some supplies required. I'll be posting about that in the socials, and you'll get an email about that. So, anyways, that's Friday, August 11th. I'm hyped. I'm super excited to have that experience with a whole bunch of y'all out there. And I'm going to be launching the second cohort of the Virtual Sweat Equity Improvement, which is online training hosted by yours truly. It's 2.5 hours long every other week for about 7 weeks. And what I'm excited about is the stuff that we cover in there is specifically designed to help you with a process to remove the burden in poorly designed work. Not sure how quickly this thing is going to catch on, but I'm going to put all my damn effort into it because I know we can transform the experience for the men and women out there in the field. And it's going live. It's going live, open to the public. So there'll be a link. Check it out, sign up, and I hope to see you there. Now, I'm going to do some celebrations. I was in New York City not too long ago, and it was a super awesome experience. Obviously, New York City is like super cool, right? I got to hang out with Mr. Michael Fina and Miss Stephanie Fina, who were phenomenal hosts. They're with the ULA network. They took me I think we got in like 10 miles of walking around New York City. I got to experience it from a totally different perspective and got to spend time with like-minded individuals who are advocating for trades and sharing knowledge and experience. And so keep an eye out. They just got a newsletter that got started. There'll be a link down there in the thing. Hit them up. I also got to hang out with Miss Katie Stackpole, who I used to work with. Got to meet her friend, her husband. We had a really good conversation. Again, they made me feel at home. And then lastly, I got to hang out with Miss Gloria Glowjoy, Miss Leslie, and Mr. Steve Martin, the No BS family members. We had dinner in New York City. Leslie took us around the special parts of Central Park. And I just want to, we do this online thing, and it's kind of casual and maybe a little comfortable. You make connections, and actually getting to spend time with these people in real life and experience their warmth and their care for all the things that we're doing for the industry was phenomenal. So if you're not connected with them, you need to find them. Most of them I interact with on the LinkedIn, and some of them are on other socials. Support them because they're super supportive people. They are the kind of people that you want to have in your corner. And also, I got to record another mental health focused conversation with Davis Hambrick and Walker Lott on the Lane Foundations podcast, and it just released this week. There's going to be a link, of course. Check it out. I mean, we're talking about relationships. For me, my hypothesis is the struggle that we have as human beings is that the relationships we have in the workspace are insufficient. We've put up barriers in our heads to be the work person and then be the human person, and we're just kind of like the human person all the time. Anyway, we dive into that, so give that episode, give them a follow, and listen to the episode, and share it with your people. And then lastly, I've got a resource for y'all. Miss Sarah Ganella interviewed me on her Bring Out Your Badass Self live stream. And I don't remember everything we talked about, but I know that they asked me some pretty hefty questions. And I got to share a little bit about the book, a little bit about myself. And more importantly, guess what she's got going on this week? They're going to be having a live stream with an old friend of mine, Mr. Thomas LeMay, talking about men's mental wellness. I guess underlying in all of this, there is this thread of mental wellness and mental health. So, on that note, I hope that you're being kind to yourself, that you're guarding your time. And also, I was talking to Mr. Joe Donnarumma in the DF Dub this morning, and he made a phenomenal point. I know a lot of you folks out there are ravenously seeking ways to optimize your operation and become more productive and find time wherever you can. The problem is when we find that time, we create that space, we fill it with more work. So I want to challenge you with when you find that time, and I don't care if it's 5 minutes, you fill that time with some self-care. If that's 5 minutes of dancing to some music in the room where nobody can see you, it counts. If it's 5 minutes to sit and think, it counts. If it's 5 minutes to journal, it counts. But what I'm going to ask you to do is when you find that chunk of time, that little sliver of time that you've optimized your system to free up, the first thing you fill that with is some self-care time. Be cool, and we'll talk at you next time. Peace!